Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to be here today. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. I'm going to be painting this beautiful spring door hanger. And as you guys come on, please say hi and let me know where you're watching from. I'm super excited to be here tonight on the Southern Adornments page. It's my first time on here, so bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit nervous. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, Carla. Yes, I'm so excited to have you guys here. In case you guys don't know who I am Maria from Little Maria's Crafts, and I live in Texas. So please let me know where you're watching from. A lot of you are from Painters Clubhouse, and a lot of you probably aren't. So I'm excited to be here today and painting with you guys. I've been painting live for about 6 months now, and this is my first time on this page, so I'm just excited to be here with you all. Yeah, just let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm so excited to be here. Hopefully you guys like this door hanger. So I designed this door hanger myself, and if you are interested in I don't know if you guys are door hanger painters and you're interested in this template, it is for sale in the Southern Adornments page. It is shopdoorhangers.com. It is available for purchase for the template, and you can also buy the blank. And I'm not sure if they all come etched or if there's just an option to buy it etched, but I didn't. So I cut my own door hangers, so I didn't get the etched, anything. I don't have a laser cutter, so I used my scroll saw to cut all my wood designs. But yeah, so there's different options for you guys to be able to purchase this design. And also, if you don't paint and you just like to watch somebody paint and you are wanting to purchase this as well, if you follow my page, Little Maria's Crafts, I will be painting this, and I do have it for sale. If you just send me a message. Hello, Marie. Hello, everyone. Lynn, everyone's here. So, New Braunfels, Texas. Okay, you're from Illinois and you come in the winter to New Braunfels. Oh, yeah, that's smart. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, so this design is called a spring jar, and it is linked on the description of this video. So if you, when you get off of here, it will be linked on the description. So you guys, it's easy to just go through there, and you can just click on that link. If not, if you go on shopdoorhangers.com and you just put in spring jar, you will get this door hanger. Like this door hanger will come up. I don't know if you guys saw the finished product. There was a picture that that was put on, but here is my version, and this one I did with the purple flowers. I believe the original one that I had painted had turquoise flowers, but so I did this version with the purple flowers. And tonight, I'm going to let you guys pick what color of the butterflies I will do. So let's get started. Hello, Sheila from Orlando, Florida. And Debbie and Rebecca. Oh, Marina, you viewed my serape video last night? Yes, that one's a really cute one. That one is only for Painters Clubhouse at the moment. But we're going to start painting. I'm going to start painting the mason jar. And what I have done here, guys, I draw out my template with carbon paper. So it's kind of hard for you guys to see it on the camera. So it's very light on here. But what I did was for my words, I went ahead and drew them out with a Sharpie. That way I can go ahead and cover my my mason jar and not worry about not being able to see my words later. So I am a lefty and I write with my left hand, everything. So when I usually do wording or hand lettering, I usually tend to drag my hand across the words and I smudge it a lot. So I have come up with this way to make it a little bit easier so that I don't smudge over this. And I have found that it helps me out a lot on certain things. You know, sometimes when I do have a lot of time to paint, then I won't do this. But if I don't want to repaint something sometimes, because, you know, once you mess it up, you have to kind of repaint it and everything. So I didn't want to, you know, chance that tonight with you guys. So I went ahead and just paint drew it out with the Sharpie. So hopefully this tip helps out some of you. And you can just go right over the words and it'll show right through that. So Marie, excited for this. Love florals. Love my florals and butterflies. Oh, thank you. Yes, so if you've been following my page, Little Maria's Crafts, you guys know that I am in love with flowers. I love flowers and I love butterflies. And if you guys hear thunder, it's raining outside. So just in case. Hopefully my internet doesn't go out or anything. Or my light. You know, Texas doesn't surprise me anymore. You know, after this little snowpocalypse that we had a few months ago, it's kind of crazy. Southeast near PA. Okay. Hello, Pamela. How are you? This is also what I do for my door hanger of the month. I usually draw out the design in Sharpie so that it's easy for everyone to be able to see through the paint and paint over it. You can still see all of the design and everything. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of roughly putting on my blue. Try not to go too much into my butterfly because I want to let you guys pick out the color that my butterflies are going to be tonight. I absolutely love turquoise and I absolutely love purple. So those are usually the colors that I'm going to be drawn to. But you know, I'm going to let you guys pick today. This design can have any color of flowers and any color of butterflies and it'll still be beautiful. So just pick your favorite colors. Trying to be a little bit careful. Hello, Katie. I am located in South Texas. It's called Pleasanton, right south of San Antonio, about 30 miles south. So I am south central, I guess, is what you would call it. So pink or yellow on the butterflies. Yes, Jackie, it's a good tip because I always tend to smear it. Even though I'm super, super careful, I try to be really, really careful on the, you know, I'm trying not to smudge it while I'm using that carbon paper, and I always somehow end up smudging at least a little bit. So I always have to repaint some part of it. And they do have some kind of eraser that will erase something from it, you know, erase like smudges like that. But I don't feel like I have a tickle in my nose. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what is going on. It would happen to me when all of you guys are watching. Southeast Texas, Tammy, where at? Southeast would be probably Houston area, maybe. I have a lot of family south of Houston. And this blue color is light enough that in case you do get on and into some of the other areas, you can still kind of paint over it. I'm trying to not to be very messy with it, but you know, sometimes you can't help it. And I'm using a pretty big angled brush, so close to Beaumont. Cool, that's kind of close. It's not too far away. I'm pretty central, so a lot of the areas are about 5-ish hours from me. You know, like if I go one way, 5 hours. If I go another way, it's 5 hours. So it's pretty neat. Okay, now while my paint is still wet, I kind of want to shade this in a little bit. I just wanted to give this a good base coat to give it some coverage, but I'm kind of giving it a second coat. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit. Is it Isa or Isa? You live in San Antonio? I'm going to add a little bit of white, and it's just going to kind of give the illusion that it's a glass. And it just kind of shades it in just a tiny bit. So I kind of want this bottom to look rounded. So my turntable, Jackie, I made it. I made it myself. It is a Lazy Susan attachment from Home Depot and a wood round that they sell there also. It's like about I'm gonna say about 1.25 inches thick, and it's a 15-inch round. So they do have bigger rounds, but my table's not very big, so I actually like this one. And I like that I can use it for different size door hangers, and it doesn't take up too much space. So I have been using this Lazy Susan for a few months, maybe about 6 months. I guess since I started going live, I made it maybe a little bit before that, but it's a life changer. It really, really is. I forget I have it sometimes, like it's just part of my, part of my routine now to have it. So when other people that aren't used to watching me, they see it and they always ask questions about it, but I always forget to address it. Close to SeaWorld. Okay. Are you a painter as well? Do you paint your door hangers, or you kind of just like to watch? I love when I get to meet people that are, close by or that have the same interest as me, because I don't know a lot of people that actually do this, especially not in person, Okay, so y'all see what I did with the white? I just kind of went around it to the edges, and I kind of just gave it a little bit of a shading around my jar and made it look kind of rounded, and also kind of glass-like as well. So thank you, Linda. You mean these back here? I painted those on a Facebook Live on my page one day. Just learning how to paint and watch too. Okay, well that's good. I watched Tamara paint on Southern Adornment's page for years before I joined any kind of club or anything, before I decided that I was even going to start selling. She was one of the first people that I ever saw painting. And I absolutely fell in love with door hangers, after that. So it's just so interesting to me. And I've just really, really enjoyed painting this. I have painted door hangers for about, I would say about 4 years now. But just up until recently, about 6 months ago is when I actually started my business. So um, so I just had it as a hobby for a long time, and I just kind of practiced. And I would just every now and then make something. And I'm a crafter, and that's why it's called Little Maria's Crafts, because I really, really enjoy crafting, like all things crafting, not just painting. And so when I started off, before I had a business, I started off crafting. And I just started, making all kinds of stuff. Like I didn't make these big flowers, but I do make the paper flowers. I do make felt flowers as well, like these right here on my little banner. I make those. I sew a little bit. Just make t-shirt, you name it, I did it. I just love to just create. I've made jewelry before. I crochet as well. Hello, Glacinta. So when I stumbled across painting door hangers, it actually intrigued me a whole lot, because I had never really painted anything, and if I did, I didn't own any paint at the time, and I only, if I did paint something, it was pretty much just with a stencil. And then, Tamara makes it look super, super easy. So once I got started, there was no stopping me, because I absolutely fell in love with it. I think everyone just, I mean, it's like kind of mesmerizing, right? When you start painting, and or when you find something that's interesting, I think is what it is. Not just painting, but any craft. There's so many women out there that I watch on other pages and stuff, and even if they're making something like that I would have never thought about, like it just intrigues me so much. I don't know, it's just the craft world, I guess. I'm just a crafter by heart. So it's just fun and relaxing for me. And I'm so thankful that, I was able to make this a business, a full-time business for myself. And oh my goodness, it's storming out there, guys. Can y'all hear it? Hopefully it doesn't shut everything down. It was nice and sunny for a little bit only. It started off this morning, it was raining, and then all of a sudden it just kind of started like it stopped, and it was just really nice and sunny for a little bit, but now it seems like it's starting back up again. We didn't have thunder this morning though, so it's a little bit scary. How's the weather where you guys are from? Everyone, it always amazes me, when it's super, super hot over here in Texas, and then somebody's saying that it's snowing in their state, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes, Deborah, I hope I keep my power too. It would be so awful if I lost power right now. I'm gonna try to go fast so I don't. It's cloudy. Yeah, it's you just never know with this weather. I'm probably using too big of a paintbrush to go around these little areas. But what I'm doing is I'm just kind of doing the greenery behind all the flowers. I will go back and second coat it, and then I'll do a little bit of shading on my leaves. It's pouring rain there too. Oh man. Oh shoot. Potential tornado about 30 miles from you. Oh my goodness, Judy. Well, you better keep an eye on it. Make sure that if you have to go get shelter, you go. This will be on the replay, guys, and it is also on my YouTube channel and my page as well if you guys want to go back and watch it later. So, and thank you guys for sprinkling, the ones that are sprinkling. I've seen a few of you guys that have said that. So thank you guys so much. That helps my page out so much. And also Southern Adornments, everyone. So please continue to share the love with all of your family and friends and everyone. That way everybody can see what amazing things we can paint and we can create around here in our pages. And we can continue to grow. Oh, definitely, Tammy. Spring, summer, winter, everything. Yes, for sure. In one day, actually. I think in one day we can potentially have all of them. Yes, Rebecca. Be safe, Judy. Thank you. But yeah, make sure and keep an eye on it. Don't get too distracted with my painting. It'll be here on the replay, trust me. Anyway, okay, so we're going to go ahead and add some different greens to these, to the leaves. And you notice that I am doing the leaves first, and that is because I want to create a little bit of depth. So once you do you always kind of want the flowers to kind of pop out in front of you. You know, they're the first thing you want to see, and then the greenery is kind of just all in the background. So that's kind of what I'm creating with this look now. That's why I'm going to go ahead and shade everything and just kind of keep it all back here. That way the flowers are the last thing that I paint. Hello, Kendria. And so once I go ahead and shade it all and everything, it'll be kind of just in the background, and then I'll go ahead and add my flowers at the end. So they'll be up in the front and center. So what I'm doing is, with the green paint that I had on there before, it was just kind of a lighter shade of green, which it's called Spring Green, by the way. It's Apple Barrel. I'm going to be using a mixture of Apple Barrel colors and Deco Art as well. And I believe there's also another brand, and it's let's see, it's called Ceram Coat. I really oh, well, okay. It's I really love that turquoise color. So we're just gonna mix in colors wherever. And so what I'm doing is just going ahead and kind of just messy blending. And all I'm doing is adding the light green that I had with my Saint paintbrush, not even cleaning it. And then just kind of adding a little bit of green to the tip of my brush, sort of, and just kind of mixing those together. So not really being careful on where I place it. I'm kind of just blending it all in together. I just want to give it some kind of shaded dimension on here. So not trying to be too precise about it. This is one of the fun things about painting, is that, you know, you don't have to be exactly precise. I mean, unless that's the look you're going for sure. But at the end of the day, it's going to all come together once you start adding all your details and your outlines and things like that. So you guys don't have to worry about really painting anything too precise. So you see how that just kind of adds a little bit to the leaves. I'm just kind of doing it to one side of every leaf. And I can go ahead and add a little bit of lighter green if I want to some areas. Just kind of mix it all in and just kind of play with it. I don't like that too much. That was a little bit too light. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go back through and blend that in just a little bit. That gives it a little bit of a highlight. But I'm just adding to my leaves a little bit of highlights, a little bit of lowlights, darker, lighter, as I go. That helps that helps it look like it's several leaves and not just one blob of green at the bottom. What weather you all have in Northeast Texas? We end up having 2 days later here in Ocala, Florida. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, Christine, so we've been having a little bit of rain here in Texas, so hopefully it doesn't get too bad over there. I know Florida usually is gets a little bit more rain than we do for sure. I have a fly. I think the flies come in whenever the weather's supposed to be bad. I was out there spraying some of my door hangers, clearing them. I have a live sale coming up on my page on Sunday, and so I've been trying to get ready for that. So I've been painting a lot this weekend and cutting and just a lot of things that I'm doing. So I was back and forth inside and outside earlier. Like I said, this morning it rained, so I wasn't able to clear anything. But when it got sunny. Ooh. When it got sunny, I ended up going out there and clearing as much as I could. That way it would just have time to dry before it started raining. Thank goodness I brought everything inside. I wouldn't have left it out there. Your weather is boring here in Southern California. Oh. Yes, Carla, I'm excited about everything that I have. I do have a lot of new designs coming out that you guys haven't seen yet. So recently my Etsy page got hacked. And so I really don't have a website right now. So I'm just kind of operating through Facebook. So I'm kind of getting a little bit creative on ways to sell, because since I don't have Etsy, I don't have a business, right? So my customers have been so great, and they've been ordering through Facebook and everything like that. And so I'm just trying different things. So my live sale this week, this coming up weekend, or this Sunday, is going to be my first time actually ever having a live sale on my page. And I'm super excited about it. And it's just amazing, and how many people have reached out, and how many people have actually just been very understanding. I had a few orders and everything that hadn't gone out on my Etsy page yet, which thankfully I do print out everything as I get it. But when you get hacked and you don't have access to your pages anymore, it's kind of devastating. So it's been a little bit crazy of a week, but thankfully everything is going back to normal soon, hopefully. And I'm working really hard to get another website up and running. And yeah, everything's gonna work out for sure. But I'm super excited about my live sale coming up, and hopefully if you guys aren't doing anything and you want to join me, you're very welcome to. But yeah, so for now, I've got all of my greenery shaded. I added about 3 different colors of green in there, just in random places. No rhyme or reason, just added a little bit of dimension to my leaves. Kendria, you said you're learning that now, not to sweat the small imperfections, because it all comes together at the end. Yes, definitely. I used to be like that too. Like, I used to be like, oh my goodness, I'm out of, like everything. I didn't paint that straight, or I didn't, I had to be like super perfect. And I've learned that it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't, because at the end, it's all going to come together. And I think the more you paint, the easier it is, I think, you know, to kind of let go of a lot of your OCD, I guess. Yeah, it gives it a lot of definition for sure. All the shading. Oh my goodness, that wind. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be distracted, but there's so much wind out there. It's getting so bad. Oh my gosh, my lights just flickered. I hope I don't lose y'all. I really, really hope I don't. So I'm going to try to paint fast. But I'm just letting you guys know that in case something happens and turns off, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just this weather. Crazy, crazy weather. Hopefully nothing will go wrong. Yep, well you just have to jump in with both feet for sure, Tammy. You just get started painting. That's what it is. Like, you know, a lot of the times we're so afraid to just to, you know, be imperfect, and you know, you always want to start painting and say, but I don't know how to paint. I can't hold a paintbrush. I can't do this right. I can't, you know, my lines never come out straight, you know, but honestly, like none of us started off knowing how to paint. You know, we all started somewhere, and we all, I mean, there are a few that are very, very, very talented and they're just born with it. But, you know, for the most part, we all started, you know, making wonky lines, you know, making just kind of not perfect, you know, things. And it's okay. You just, the next one you paint, it'll get better and it'll get better. And eventually you'll be a pro at it if that's what you want to do anyway. You may decide next week that you don't like to do this, you know. I lost power, guys. Hopefully. You can't see what I'm painting though. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Okay, good. I don't have anything to paint with, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm okay. You know, it's just really, really bright out there, and it will not be the first time that I've had to paint in candlelight. And you know what? That's okay. If I have to go over to the other room and get a candle, then I will. Let me know if it's too dark for you guys, and I will do that. Hopefully, let's see. Okay, is that better, guys? Let me know. I am so sorry about this. I did not expect for this. Well, thank you guys for being patient with me. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of white to this flower just to give it a little bit of dimension as well. A little bit of shading. So I hope I didn't lose all of you guys today. Yes, we're going to keep going even if it's in the dark. It's so cool. I may have to go get a candle though so you guys can see me a little bit better. Yeah, I definitely have painted before in the dark, so it's not a big deal to me. I will go get a candle if that's what it takes. I don't care. We're gonna keep going and just keep going until the weather until the weather permits it. So that's so funny. You know what? This is just the icing on the cake to end my week. You know, it's Friday and I've had a crazy, crazy, crazy week with all of that being hacked and everything. And just, it's been one of those weeks for me. And so this is just the icing on the cake. But you know what? It's funny. So I'm okay and I'm not nervous. I'm going to keep going. As long as I don't lose you guys, I'm good. I feel really good about it. And I really, really appreciate you guys being here and watching and hanging in here with me while I my screen goes black. And hopefully I get some power back on. Is anybody else having crazy storms right now? Yeah, I'm safe. I think I'm okay. It's just raining pretty hard out there right now, but I think it's okay. It doesn't seem too bad. I'm adding a little bit of white to it. I probably added way too much white to mine, but it's okay. I'll add a little bit more pink. You just have to mix in your colors a little bit. I just want the dimension. I want the pink to kind of have a little bit of a different look. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I was so excited about painting live with you guys here today. And then I'm like, oh no, please don't tell me it's going to turn off on me. So it sounds, I know, right? It sounds relaxing and it makes you want a cup of coffee. I was just thinking that too. Like, I think, you know, when it rains, like, I just want to like sit somewhere and just like think about nothing really. Just kind of think about nothing really and just relax and enjoy it and drink a cup of coffee. There's nothing better than that. I am in Texas. I'm in South Texas. Mississippi is flooding right now. Oh my goodness. No, I'm in South Texas. So not really close to Mississippi anywhere, but you know, that's it's kind of far actually from Mississippi. So I'll send some rain to you, Tammy, for sure. I really don't. I mean, I like it for it to rain. Like it's very relaxing, but I don't like that, you know, it just messes up everything. It gets super muddy and it gets super hot here. Like we don't have the pretty, you know, temperature for it. It gets like really humid really fast. Last night I was cutting wood in my she shed and it was just so humid out there. And you know, it just makes everything like the airflow like not go anywhere. So it's sweaty. I don't like that part. You're in Arizona, Tammy? Oh, y'all probably don't get a lot of rain in Arizona, huh? Just had a terrible storm in southeast Texas around Woodville. Oh, you got your cup of coffee? Well, Roxanne, you should share with me because I should have brought one with me. I usually have about 1 cup of coffee a day unless I'm with like somebody like family or whatever. Like we can sit and drink coffee all day long. But I try really hard to be good and not drink so much. So I've added a little bit of this flamingo coral to my yellow. I wanted something a little bit not so yellow, you know. I wanted it to have a little bit of dimension into the yellow, so I wanted to add a little bit of color to it. And I like to add coral to a yellow. I just feel like it's a good combination, a really nice combination. So it makes my petals look sort of kind of pinky, but with the yellow tint on there. So I really like that combination. Well, I guess our power is not going to go back up. Crazy, crazy weather. Hopefully you guys can still see okay. If I would have known about this, I would have gotten like a flashlight or something ready, but I didn't. So we're just going to improvise and we're going to go with it. And hopefully I can finish painting this before it gets super, super dark and you guys can still see okay. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I'm just going in there and blending it in sort of. And I kind of just want the yellow to kind of peek through it just a little bit. So. And this yellow that I'm using, it is an apple barrel. It's called Pale Daffodil. It's a very pretty light yellow. It's not bright. It's very pastel, but I like it. And it's actually got some pretty good coverage considering it is apple barrel. Usually the yellows from apple barrel are very light, very just see-through. And this one actually has pretty good coverage. I'm actually impressed with this one. So I really like that one. But I do want to add this coral in there in the middle. Okay. Hello, Diana. Welcome. In case you missed it, I am painting in the dark. My power went out. I'm having a little bit of a storm and my power went out. So, but we're going to keep going until I can. Thank you, Kelly. You guys are amazing for being here still. Hopefully you guys can see all that shading that I'm doing and hopefully it looks okay. Hey, I am painting in the dark, so it looks good in the dark to me. We'll find out, I guess, when the light goes back on. South Texas. South Texas. San Antonio area. I'm about 30 minutes south of San Antonio. Yes, Tammy. Just send me a message. For sure. Oh, yeah, Diana, the storm seems like it just passed me, but the lights still aren't back up. So who knows? Right? They kind of do pop more. Just as long as I can keep painting, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So for the middle of the yellow part, I still want to do the yellow, but I'm going to add a little bit of a gold to this middle piece. And I just kind of want to add it in there because I feel like the gold center makes it look really, really pretty on this flower. But I do want that yellow. You used to live in San Antonio, Karen? Okay. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this golden sunset. I don't know why I said eat. I don't even know what I'm thinking about right now. I just ate. That's so funny. Golden sunset. But I do want to blend it in with my yellow because this yellow has great coverage, like I said. So I feel like it's going to make it pop. Plus it shades it in just a little bit, so it kind of gives it a little bit of dimension as well. So I love that dimension. I love that shading. Yeah, we're having some severe weather for sure. It's crazy because we hardly ever get any kind of rain or anything like that here. It's very rare. Okay, so we're to the fun part, guys. So now I am to where I want to paint my butterflies. And my butterflies, I told you guys that I want you guys to decide what color my butterflies are going to be. So on the mock-up that I did them turquoise. And then I did them in this purple. Let's see. I'm trying to show you guys. I did them in purple. And I also added a little bit of shimmer to my purple. And I don't know if you guys can actually see that part, but I did add shimmer to it. And so I wanted to see what you guys thought about. Can I lift a little so the Okay, yes, I sure can. Okay, for right now, this is just what I have. Obviously, there's no details yet because there's no black and white lines or anything. But for now, it is kind of shaded. I'm trying to figure out how to get it to. It is just kind of shaded. See, I don't know if you guys can actually see that part in the front camera. But hopefully, if not, I will definitely post a picture after I'm done on my page so you guys can actually see the finished door hanger. I'm so sorry about my lighting, but thank you. So what color do y'all think I should do my butterflies? Y'all think I should do a purple or should I go ahead and do just a teal, a really pretty teal? I had picked out this peacock teal and I thought would be really, really pretty. We can always do rainbow. I mean, I don't know. I had also picked out some glitter paint that would be really pretty on the butterflies, or this shimmer as well. This turquoise shimmer is really, really pretty, and that's what I have on my purple butterflies, but I have the purple. So cobalt blue would be very pretty, Tammy, or the teal. You like the peacock color? Okay, so let's go ahead and do the peacock then. Let's do the peacock. And then I'm going to do the middle of the butterflies. I'm going to do them in the aqua. No, in the lighter turquoise. I feel like that would be a pretty color. A pretty combination. My favorite color is turquoise and purple, so you cannot go wrong with either one. I absolutely love both of them, so those are the colors I tend to gravitate to when I need a pop of color on something. So I absolutely love that. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through, you know, and cover the whole butterfly. Sometimes it's just easier. Marie, I know purple. They chose the blue, so I'm going to stick to the blue. You're the only one that voted purple, so. Thank you. I love this because you can definitely use this for a whole lot of other things. You don't have to do the spring. So, you know how I drew out my my wording in the middle? You don't have to do that. You can just, you know, add somebody's last name, or you can add you know, something summary, like, you know, some hello summer or anything, or happy Mother's Day. It's almost Mother's Day. You can add anything literally to the middle of it and it would still look beautiful. And you can do any colors that you want. I absolutely love customizing my colors, you know. I mean, I don't like to really use the same colors as mock-ups very much. So I always like to think outside the box and think what other combinations would look pretty. And so I always gravitate towards the pinks and the purples as well. But the only reason I didn't want to do the pinks was because of the pink flowers. You know, I already have 2 huge pink flowers on there. So I felt like I needed something contrasting a little bit. So I felt like the teal was a good combination. But I did want to add some kind of shimmer to it or something. So, but there it is. And then the Ceramic Coat color is a light turquoise color, and it's the color is turquoise. So it's a little bit lighter than the peacock teal. And I'm gonna go in here and add a little bit. I'm gonna dry this. I hope you guys, oh, you know what? I can't even dry it. I don't have power. Duh. It's okay. I'll go on with this color first. This one. And let's see. That was so funny. I'm trying to dry without electricity, guys. Hello. I can barely see these little lines, but it's okay. You don't realize how much you need electricity until you need it, right? Yes, thank you, Tammy. For sure. You cannot go wrong with any turquoise or teal or blue. The cobalt blue butterflies would have been so pretty as well. So these are supposed to be longer, I think. Since I cannot see my lines, I don't know what I'm painting. So Guys, bear with me. You know what? I just got an idea. I have this little phone and I have a flashlight. Improvise. Hello. And I have a full battery, so I don't need service. Just give me my flashlight. Where is it? I don't know how to use this little phone. Okay. Does anyone know where to get a flashlight on here? This is a little iPhone 7 or 8, and I don't remember how to get the flashlight. Oh my goodness. Swipe up. I'm used to swiping down. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yay! Okay, that helps. Does that help you guys? Does that help you guys see a little bit better? Awesome. Okay, I'll be showing you guys a little bit closer. This is kind of just to help me out for just a little bit, but I will be showing you guys a little bit closer once I'm done. Okay? I'm just painting in the dark, literally. So we're not going to stress it. We're just going to keep going and we're just going to have fun with it and just roll with the punches, right? And hopefully it's not too blinding for you guys. And yeah, I went out of my lines a little bit here, but it's okay. You guys understand, I'm sure. This is what improvising is called. Or this is what improvising is for sure. We're just going to go with it. Okay, we're going to let that dry a little bit. We're going to go back over here to my other butterfly and paint that one. I don't know why I didn't think about this flashlight first at the beginning. I bet that's a first here on Southern Adornment's page. I bet you nobody's painted with the flashlight. So I'm glad to be the first. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is just a little hiccup. It's fine. It's totally fine. We're having fun. We're still here. As long as my phone doesn't go out, you know, my service, then we're good. I bet Tamara's going to laugh about this. Thank you so much, Connie. Yeah, I don't remember these little phones, how long, you know, it's been a long time since I've had one of these and I didn't remember. This one, my sister gave it to me because because I'm on TikTok. So while I was going live, sometimes I wanted to be able to record myself, like on a time lapse, so that I can do a TikTok video, you know, repurpose my lives. And that way I don't have to paint the same thing over and over and over. So sometimes I do that. And so I needed an extra little phone or an extra phone or iPod or something to be able to record myself. And my sister gave me this one. So I really don't know this phone. Actually, I don't think I ever had an iPhone 8. I think I jumped from like the 7 to like, you know, something else. Or 6. I don't even know what I had. but I don't upgrade my phones very often. Thank you guys. I truly, truly appreciate you guys being here and watching this crazy madness. Hopefully your weather is okay. It seems like the rain has stopped pretty much. And the crazy part about it is that I didn't even like lose power or anything while we had the Texas snowstorm. I didn't lose power at all here. And a little bit of rain has to knock down our power today. Wow. So it's okay. Thank you, Tammy. So tell me about you guys. Do any of you paint and sell door hangers? Or do y'all just like to paint? Y'all paint for fun? Or do you just like to watch people paint? Oh no, Connie. Tonight and tomorrow in South Mississippi. Oh, thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hopefully I haven't lost too many of you guys. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy what we have to go through. Anyway, okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with my... You paint and sell, Peggy, and you do craft events. Cool. I haven't done any craft events. I just started my business when the pandemic started, so I really haven't done any. Learning how to paint and loving it, Denise. Wow, well, that's cool. I absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. It's so fun and it's so relaxing. So I actually love this so much. I can't see every single line, guys. So please forgive me if it's not exactly the same way as a template is, you know. But we're just going with it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, I mean, you do what you have to do, Peggy. I have painted in the dark before, when we lost power and I had orders that I needed to get out. So I said, hey, if I can see it a little bit, I'm okay. If I would have been prepared, I would have brought candles with me, but I didn't. So I'm not about to go and look for any candles right now. So you haven't sold a door hanger, Judy? Okay. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with the store. It's an amazing feeling, you know, when people want to buy your stuff and just, you know, buy what you have to offer. It's amazing. You can use a marker to do the outlines and everything. I usually choose to do mine with just a liner brush. The smallest little liner brush. It's what I like to do my lines with. So, but I mean, you're always, you know, You can use whatever it is that you have on hand. These little liner brushes are so good to outline, but they don't hold very much paint. So I always try to draw it out and then go back and add more paint if I need to. Thanks, Judy. I do what I can, guys. We're going to keep going until everything is done, hopefully. Unless something else happens. You paint door hangers from Tamara's Template Club? Cool. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. Yeah, it's so fun just to paint, and of course the template club. I'm not a member of Tamara's Template Club, but I do purchase a whole lot of them. I probably should be a member. I have so many templates that I have, you know, and I don't like to keep up with so many of them. But I can never paint enough of them to justify, you know. The thing is, once you start having like an Etsy store and things like that, like you start getting orders, so it's really orders for just kind of the same stuff you already sell. So it's hard to actually experiment with stuff, you know, a lot of the times. And even though I would love to be able to paint brand new door hangers all the time, sometimes it gets a little bit crazy and I really can't. So, but thankfully, I'm able to stay busy, not complaining about it. I actually love it. And it's a good problem to have, right? I'm going to outline these just a little bit. Hello, Saida. Thank you. Yes, I'm having a very romantic painting night. My power went out. We had a storm and the power went out. So I am now painting in the dark. Thank you for watching. And thank you for sprinkling, Denise. Hopefully you guys are able to see and hear everything okay. And I am painting by the flashlight. And I'm pretty sure it's a first on Southern Adornments page. So I'm glad I was able to do it. You said the same thing. Yeah, I'm just being romantic today, guys. I forgot to pay my bill. No, I'm kidding. Thank God for phones. Yeah, for sure. Because right now I don't even have internet. It's my data from my phone that I'm using on my iPad too. So I was hoping that wouldn't go out. I'm just outlining all the butterflies so that you guys can see it and it pops. And it's so pretty. And if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and ask me. Hopefully I get to see your comment. Yes, Sandy, this is one of my designs. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm such an experienced painter. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've only been painting for about 4 years, so that's pretty experienced, I guess. It's a passion of mine. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with painting, and this is something I really, really enjoy doing. So it comes very easy to me. So lately I've been kind of trying to draw out my own templates a little bit, and I don't have any of my templates listed, except for I do have about 3 of them in the Southern Adornments page for sale. So this is one of them. If you guys are interested in purchasing this template to paint, you can purchase it there. And they also sell the blanks that you can get them etched already, so that you don't have to draw it out with the carbon paper. So that makes it nice and easy. You don't have to have anything extra except for paint. I'm outlining the butterfly in black paint. It's just black, like apple barrel black paint. That's what I'm outlining it in. You could also outline it in like a turquoise if you want, but I went ahead and just did the black outline. I'm trying to show it to you guys without the glare. So thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and outline this one over here, so we can let that dry just a little bit before I do my words. Steady hands. Yeah. You can usually you can use a marker. I usually like to outline with my brushes. I don't know why. I just feel like it gives it like a more organic look, I guess. The markers are just kind of too clean for me. I like the messiness of the paintbrush. But yeah, you kind of do have to have a really steady hand. And I have a lot of practice, you know, because I don't really use the markers, so it comes easier as you go. Okay. Debbie, I do freehand them sometimes, but I do like to use my Procreate as well. For a while I was just freehanding, but I felt like I didn't get like a clean enough image, I guess, when I would because I usually use my Cricut to upload all my templates and everything, to, you know, to draw out my templates for me. And so I felt like drawing it out on a piece of paper wasn't clean enough sometimes. So I do use the Procreate app now, and I absolutely love it. I don't have a lot of time to draw, but when I do draw, that's what I use. Drawing out a template, it's easy, you know, but you have to sit there and clean it up kind of nice and make it look pretty and everything. Especially if you want a template, you know, that you can actually sell, you have to make sure clean it up. You got refillable paint pens, Tammy? Actually, Debbie, these paint brushes that I'm using, I don't know if you can see them, but it's the Royal and Langnickel Big Kids Choice brushes from Walmart, and they are very, very nice and durable, and that's what I use most of the time to paint with. I really love the regular like adult Royal and Langnickel brushes as well, but I feel like these have just the right size that I always need, and actually I think they're a little bit more inexpensive than the others. So I mean, I could be wrong, but I always just tend to get these, and I like because they have the grip on the where, you know, where you hold it. So I like that rubber grip on there, and I like that they're color coded, you know, so the adult ones are all, you know, pretty much the same color, and you kind of have to search through them when you want the right brush, and these are all pretty much color coded. So like all your flat brushes are all one color, and then all your angle brushes are all another color, so that always makes it nice for me. And so that's another reason why I really love them. Now I'm just going in and I'm just outlining my leaves, some of my flowers. And on my outlines, I usually do kind of go all the way. Sometimes I don't close it up. Like I kind of leave a little gap between the last thing I painted, which, like, for example, this one's the flower. So I don't necessarily go all the way into it. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. If you guys can see that. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. I just did that leaf right there. I'm so glad y'all were able to see my shading and everything before this light went out. Thank you guys so much for being here. I feel like I should be saying like scary stories or something. But no, please don't say scary stories. It's nighttime and I'm in the dark. Would not be a good thing. There we go. We got all that outlining out of the way. Now for the flowers, what I like to do is I start in the middle usually, and I like to make like a little, I don't know what you would call it, like a little cinnamon roll looking thing, like a little curly Q. And I started in the middle and I kind of just go like that. That's my center usually. And then from that line that I just created, I like to kind of make like a wiggly, like kind of sort of like a number 3, or kind of like a little snake. And then I just kind of, you know, wiggle it in there. So that's my second petal. And then I add a third one, sort of the same way, and just kind of randomly wiggle them in there. Okay. And then if I have room for one more, which this flower is really big, I can usually do a little bit more to the outside, you know, a few more petals. Little wiggles. Okay. And then I like to do the outside, but I don't close them in. So usually like the petals, like this one, I kind of went in and I went into my flower just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that part. See that? That's a petal. And then on the other side, on the other petal, I go on top and I go down. And then I'll get it up closer just a little bit so you guys can see that closer. I'm going to go ahead and finish out these. They don't have to be perfect on the outside. In fact, flowers are never perfect and they're beautiful. So there's that one. Let's do this one real quick. And the more practice you get, the better you get to do your flowers. There are many ways to do flowers, and I have seen a whole lot of people paint flowers, I mean, in beautiful ways. You know, I've just kind of learned to simplify my flowers a little bit. So this is one way that I found to make like whimsical looking flowers. Of course, if you want the more realistic look, you know, with the petals, there's other ways to do them. But I felt like this door hanger was more of a whimsical door hanger, so it needed the whimsical looking flowers. So love this design with the butterflies. You always do amazing with your shading. I still need work on shading. Oh, thank you, Connie. Yeah, I mean, it takes practice, and hopefully you got to see how I did my shading. I didn't really take the time to shade exactly perfect. You know, I kind of just blended in the colors with my paintbrush. So nothing is exactly perfectly shaded in either. So, but I mean, what it does, it just gives a dimension to the flower. So it doesn't, I mean, I didn't necessarily create any petals with my flowers. I just added the shading to it. So I hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, I did. I sure did. Thank you. Thanks for catching that. I would have caught it eventually, I guess, after my lights would have came on. And I missed this shading over here on this leaf as well. So anyway, let's see. Okay, and then on this flower, since it is yellow on yellow, I know that's kind of strange, but what I did, and I really liked doing, was adding a little bit of polka dots. So I just added paint to my paintbrush, and now I'm just adding a little bit of paint to it. A little bit of polka dots in like a circular manner, you know? Kind of like you would do a sunflower, sort of. But I feel like that gave it a little bit of a cute look. I really like that. And I think that's it. So we're going to go ahead and come back to the black in a minute to do my lettering. But what I want to do is go ahead and use the white. I'm going to use the white. And, ooh, there's my light! Guys, my light's back on. Hopefully it stays. Let me turn this little phone off. There we go. Okay. To save my battery in case I need it again. Oh my goodness. Well, okay. Now y'all can see it. Yay! Let me show you guys before anything goes crazy. Now don't be too judgy about it because it may not look exactly perfect, but see what I mean about the shading on the flowers? It's not perfect, and I didn't make any petals with it or anything, but I did just add that dimension to it with the colors. So not perfect, but there they are. Same thing with the leaves. So, okay. Let's keep going. Yay! Thanks for holding on, guys. Oh my goodness. This is fun though. This is really fun. I'm so surprised you guys are still here actually. What I'm doing is I'm just adding tiny little bits of white to my flowers, and it's just to add a little bit of a pop here and there on my petals because I do want the petals to kind of pop. And then I'm going to add a little bit on here too. I'm going to add a little bit over the top of these black. Those are still not completely dry, so they're mixing in with my black just a little bit, but I don't want a whole lot. I just wanted a little bit on that one just to kind of make it pop again. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that to my leaves as well. And I usually pick one side, and usually I like to pick the side that I added my lightest color. Thank you guys. Thank you, Stephanie. So the part that, had the lightest side of the green is usually the side that I want to highlight. So I'm just adding a few little highlights on here just to make it pop just a little bit more. And it always brightens it up and it makes it look super, super pretty. And it doesn't have to be anything difficult. It's just a little bit of white. Now with the white, you can always add way, way too much. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, guys. Yeah, way to go. Way to roll with it, right? Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes. We were here and you guys were still here, so I was still here. So I'm not going to, sweat the small stuff. Just keep going. Okay. Just keep adding a few little highlights on the flowers. Just a few in there just to kind of give it just a little bit of dimension. I don't like to add too much white. And sometimes I don't even shade flowers. Highlight flowers with white. I like to highlight them sometimes with maybe like a lighter pink or something like that. But for this time, we're just going to go with white. Okay. I think that's enough. And then I'm going to add a little bit of highlight to my butterfly, just a little bit in some areas. Okay. Just to make it pop and stand out just a little bit. Oh, and I forgot to add something. I want to add a little bit of highlight to my mason jar as well. I forgot to add those. So with those, it's the same exact thing. So just add light to the corners, add it to, you know, the bottom, kind of around, a little bit to the side. It's just a little bit of light. I'm going to add a little bit up here as well. Okay. And now I can dry my piece so I can do the letters. Yes, it gives it such a nice finishing touch, right? Okay, now I'm going to use I think I'm going to go ahead and use this same brush, this little yellow liner brush. It's a little bit wider than the small blue one, but it's still very fine. And I think I'm going to use it for my lettering. I may end up switching brushes, so I like to use these fine liner brushes for lettering. And I also love to use, where is it at? This little round brush as well. And it's a small one for lettering. So I may end up switching to this one. But for now, I think it might be a little bit too wide. So we're going to keep this one for now. And I'm going to try not to smear the paint. Sometimes when you're a lefty, it's better to start on the other side. But I'm not going to do that this time. So, and for lettering, you want, even though you have it drawn out on your canvas, you want to make you kind of want to go as if you were, you know, coloring it in or drawing it in or writing it in. You know, you kind of don't want to make it too blotchy by going over it too many times. So you kind of want to be smooth in the way you go with your paint. So I like to get fresh paint. Make sure that the paint is kind of watery, not really too thick. So my black paint is usually pretty thin. So I'm able to, you know, make it go smoothly. Thank you, Michelle. This is an awesome door hanger for, you know, to paint, to give away as a, you know, either a Mother's Day gift, a birthday gift, or, you know, if you know anybody that's having like a housewarming party or somebody that's getting married, something like that, this would be perfect for it. Yeah, you can use it for so many things. These mason jars, you know, are very versatile, you know, and it doesn't have to say hello spring. It could say anything else you want it to. So just because the template tells you it says hello spring, and doesn't mean it has to be spring. So there's my H. I'm trying not to smear my hand over because my white paint is still a little bit damp, even though I dried it. So now I'm just going back and thickening some of the spots. My letters. There we go. There's my E. I have a little stray hair that's causing problems there. I guess it got close together with my... Sometimes I take scissors and I cut the the little stray hairs, but this one got together with the paint. So yes, this is my template, and you can find it at shopdoorhangers.com. It's called the Spring Jar. The Sharpie trick is brilliant, right? I like it for stuff like this, like for lettering, because I didn't have to put my template back down, I don't have a problem with, using the black carbon paper, but sometimes it just rubs the paint and gets all over the, all over the other parts that I don't want it. And so you're welcome, Amanda. Yeah, so sometimes it creates more of a mess for me. So I really like to do this trick when I know it's going to be a light color underneath and that I can see it, really, really well. So like I can see it really, really well through the through the paint. And I didn't have to go back. And the only one I did like that, now if I would have known that my lights were going to go out, I probably would have done the whole thing in Sharpie so that I didn't have to guess at my lines, but it's okay. It still turned out okay, I think. Sorry if I get super, super quiet when I'm doing my lettering. I always tend to concentrate a whole lot when I'm lettering because I feel like when I talk, my hand is not as steady. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everyone, but that's just what happens to me. So I always tend to get really, really quiet when I'm concentrating. So you guys talk to me. How am I doing? How is this coming out? Is it good? Is it okay? Do y'all have questions for me? Hopefully I explained enough to where you guys understood everything. I'm not a great teacher, so I'm just not I don't know that I know how to explain things very well. And so I feel like I'm not a great teacher in that aspect. I like to watch people. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I like to watch people. The way I learn is just by pretty much watching it and then doing it myself. Like I need to actually try it myself. So you can explain to me things a lot of different ways, but until I try it myself and I watch you, then I'm not going to get it probably. So I'm hoping that I explained to you guys enough and you guys saw what I did in the dark. Thank you so much, Judy. Yes, I sure did paint it in the dark. I'm a trooper, isn't it? Isn't that cool? I'm excited about it, actually. It's my first time actually doing a live in the dark. And you guys got to be along with me on it, for it. So this was so fun. I absolutely enjoyed being here with you guys tonight and had so much fun. You're going to have to watch the replay. Amanda, you totally missed the party. So I hope you saw that I was live in the dark. I experienced the storm, and all of a sudden it just started, it hadn't been raining or anything, but whenever I started going live, it started to thunder, and I kind of had a feeling that I may lose power. So I told everyone, if I lose power, you guys hang in there with me or whatever, I may lose power. And sure enough, we lost power. So, what size is the design I'm painting and how much is the cut piece? So, I didn't look to see how much they were. I'm not sure. I think they're about, well, this one is a 20-inch piece, and I believe that that's what they sell on that page, on the Southern Adornments. And so if you buy the blank from them, I believe it's etched, and I believe it's about $20, $16. I'm not exactly sure. I can't tell you exactly the price. I think the template is $5 if I'm not mistaken. And so if you're looking to paint it yourself, go to shopdoorhangers.com and you'll be able to see the prices on there. I don't want to tell you the wrong the wrong price. Hopefully I didn't. But I usually cut my own blanks, so I haven't bought a blank from them to know the prices. And if anybody here knows the price for it, if you guys want to help me out, because I really don't know. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia. Is it Alicia? The links are all on the, the templates are now $7. Okay. Oh yeah, they did say that they were going to be $7 because they're upgrading all of their templates to where you get like more files. So you get the SVGs and you get the JPEGs and things like that. So before, I think you just used to get the JPEG. And so they're actually having to pay somebody to come out and change the formats and all that to a lot of them. So it's $24 for the 20-inch etched. Okay, thank you so much, Connie, for checking that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Amanda. I'm going to try to get this template. My mom lost her sister on Mother's Day last year, and her mom this summer. My mom feels like they're saying hello when she sees butterflies. This will be perfect for Mother's Day. Oh, Amanda, that's so great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Butterflies are just absolutely my favorite. So I think they're just happy and they're beautiful, and they're happy and cheerful, and you can never go wrong with a butterfly. So I really wanted to incorporate my love for flowers and butterflies. So that means a lot to me that that you guys like it, or that you guys are liking it. Sometimes when you make something, you're like not exactly sure that anybody's gonna like it, because I know just because I like something doesn't mean everybody else likes it. So that just means a lot, and that gives me a little bit more confidence to actually make more templates and everything. I know what I like to sell, and I know what I like to paint, and so that's just kind of what I gravitate towards making and everything. But yes, I'm so sorry for your loss. This will be so sweet. Yes, Judy. Oh, thank you, Jerry. 20-inch etched, 24, 20-inch no etch is 20. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you just want to use the actual template and just draw out your own design on it with the carbon paper, then you can get the 20-inch not etched. But yeah, okay. Well, I think I'm done. We finished it. My goodness. I'm excited for this because this was a crazy, crazy day. And I want to give you guys a closer look at my flowers. Hopefully you guys can see those. Let's see. It keeps breaking up just a little bit, but I'm not sure. Hopefully you guys get to see the whole thing, but if not, I will be posting a picture on my page, and you guys are more than welcome to follow me on my page. It's Little Maria's Crafts, and thank you guys so much for being here and for just y'all make my day. You know, y'all make my day, and just for your support and everything, and hanging on with me, and just being here. So thank you so much for everybody, and thank you so much to Tamara as well for allowing me to be here on the Southern Adornments page, painting live with you guys, even though it was a crazy day. But yeah, I love this opportunity, and hopefully this won't be the last time that you guys get to see me here. So thank you so much, and I do want to see pictures, so tag me on, you know, if you do end up getting this design and everything, because I would love to see what you come up with and what colors you use and everything. And if you take pictures, you know, if you give it to your mom for Mother's Day, just tag me on a picture or whatever, you know. It's just so fun. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being here, and I really enjoyed it. And I won't take up any more of your time, and but yeah, so I'm so grateful for you guys being here. So thank you guys again, and I will see y'all next time. Bye bye.